Hey there guys, it's Tom from Dolphin Dive Productions. Thank you so much for joining us for a long overdue coffee morning. You may remember what Blue Pancake looks like. This guy here, you may remember from such videos as the Christmas special.
Sup.
He is definitely special.
Ant801 Gaming.
Ant801 Gaming, the legendary Ant801 Gaming.
Okay, I'll let you say that. Let's just
32 subs.
legendary in his own lunchtime. We're trying a new format for the show, which you'll notice as we progress. We've got an entire playlist dedicated to this coffee morning. We've got several subjects we want to talk about. We're going to kick it off straight away with a little-known console that's been generating a little bit of a buzz recently. The Nintendo Switch. Guys, what do you think? What have you heard?
It's ugly as fuck. That's the first problem.
It's interesting. I'm still undecided. There needs to be more data, hard evidence.
I mean, we had the Nintendo Switch event that answered a lot of questions. And also gave us a lot more to talk about in terms of actually asking questions. As they answered a lot of it, but price was one of the main issues that really came to the fore, because the market they're looking to hit, I think, is the Nintendo fans and family. That's what Nintendo have been really good at over the years of doing. The Nintendo Wii is the best example I can think of with that. You've got your motion controllers, you've got games for the kids, you've got activity, you've got sports. It hit the right market. Then you had the Wii U, which I think we can all agree, abject failure.
Yeah,
on all accounts.
What console?
Yeah, exactly. It is an understated release. It didn't really do much in terms of breaking the mold, and it was really complicated to use.
Yeah.
So
People just didn't get it.
Yeah, exactly. When we saw the Switch, the advert, you knew what it was for. It was for out and about gaming. Then you could put it down on the pod, charge it, play it on the big screen. It was everything that I think the Wii U should have been.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, handhelds. Do you think there's still a market for that, guys?
Oh yeah, I think there's still a market for handhelds. It's more marketed for people on the move, though.
Yeah,
I think it's too big for that.
Yeah, it is quite big. I mean,
the screen sizes for everything have been getting bigger.
Yeah,
I put it down more to iPads.
Tablets.
Yeah, tablets, iPads, that sort of thing. Stuff that you see every day now on the move. And I think the battery life, say an iPad's battery life is pretty good.
3 hours.
Maximum if you ran everything high graphics with the headphones.
Yeah.
Which I think
I didn't see any specs in that. Their quoted things are most likely running everything as low as possible.
Yeah.
Because they want to give the biggest number they can.
I say, well, it was the figures that we got. So we had a friend who attended the Switch event in London, and the figures we got was between 3 and 8 hours. Now, 8 hours to me is everything low spec.
On their website,
minimal.
It says playing Zelda, you can expect 3 hours.
Yeah, Zelda, Skyrim, games that require a lot of processing power of the actual console itself. And of course, there's going to be a drop in graphics as well from between the console version down to the tablet version. That shouldn't be a surprise to some people. Small screen, you don't really need full HD. Not a lot of people will spot the difference. He would, he will, and it will bother him. But a lot of people like Nintendo who aren't
Not like I do that stuff for my job or anything.
but a lot of people who aren't used to having that sort of high definition graphics won't be too fussed. It's not a full 1080p. But that brings us, I think, to the main problem with the Switch, is while it's hitting its core audiences, people like us who use consoles and use PCs, we're looking at this like it's still a little bit gimmicky.
Yeah.
It's not as powerful as the stuff out there on the market at the moment, and it's priced at around about £280 to £300, which is right up there with it's 50 quid less than the PlayStation 4 Pro, which does the 4K gaming.
Exactly.
And it's more than more than an S.
200 is pushing it for me with a handheld device.
Oh yeah.
Well, you got that switch, but you got the switch between handheld device and actually on a console.
But I can do that with I can chuck my phone on a TV if I really wanted.
Yeah, but you can't play games like Skyrim, Zelda, Mario Kart. Oh, you probably can, but regardless, a lot of things out there because it's Nintendo licensed stuff, so you can have all this Nintendo stuff on an actual handheld console and on a main console on a TV screen as well. That's what the Wii U should have been.
Yeah, it's still trying to be Nintendo family friendly, which I think it does, but at the same time it's trying to outreach to other gamers as well to try and pull us in, like the more hardcore.
Well, let's be fair, they haven't managed to do that the last couple of years.
Exactly, and I don't think they should. I think they should just
Another
stick
thing
to their
that would
niche.
put me off about it is the price of the controllers.
Yes,
exactly.
get this, guys.
Accessories,
So the two controllers that you hold on either side, so left and right. This one, if this one broke, would cost you £50 on its own to replace. If both of them broke, 80. So you get a discount. And the controller itself, again from a friend that attended the conference, he was saying that all the buttons were in the perfect position for your hands. I've got massive hands, okay? I'd find it awkward to grip that, but he's got big hands as well. He said it was fine. You've got 10 buttons on each console, so you've got your triggers, you've got your analog stick, and you've got your normal buttons on each one. So it gives the feel of like a proper handheld console. It's not just a tablet. He said it felt a little bit ungainly, a little bit clunky when you're holding it, but then you've got the kickstand, and then you just take off the two things, make a controller, and game with it properly, which is something that would appeal to commuters. If you're sitting on, if you've got that flip down table, want to play a little bit of Zelda, a little bit of Skyrim or Mario Kart, if you're on a couple of hours journey, for example, you flip that up, you play it, happy days. You don't need a long battery life if you're on a train. You can charge it, say you've got a USB port, so you can charge it at work, so when you finish work, it's good to go when you're on the way back. So, I mean, what happens if they say it's got a 16-hour battery life? People would say,
It's too
you
much.
don't need that, why have you spent that much money? That's probably where the cost is, why are you doing that? So I think 3 hours,
True.
high graphics, a lot of processing power, I think that's enough. I think it's enough. For what it's trying to be, I think it's enough.